Did you know that the average person checks their phone 100 times a day? That might sound really unhealthy, but I actually found 15 ways that Apple devices can make you more healthy. First is medications, which you can find in the Health app on your iPhone or as a separate app on your Apple Watch. I don't take medications, but I do take vitamins every night. So I have a schedule set up that will go off about 5 minutes before I get in bed that will remind me to take my vitamins, and all I have to do is double pinch my wrist and the notification goes away. This is really nice because sometimes I'll forget if I took my vitamins or not, and so I can always go into the app and look just to make sure. I wear my Apple Watch pretty much all day and all night, and it constantly keeps track of my heart rate and my resting heart rate. Because of this, I have years showing my resting heart rate, which is pretty cool. This is how I gauge how much cardio I need to do because I like to keep my resting heart rate under 50 beats per minute. If it goes up, that means I need to do a little more cardio to make my heart a little more healthy. According to Google, you should be getting 10,000 steps every day. And if you're not getting 10,000 steps a day, that's a sign of a sedentary lifestyle, which I don't want. So I try to keep track on my watch how many steps I take. What else is cool is I can pin these on the summary page of the Health app, so it's really easy to find. A little bonus that's coming to iOS 18 in a few months is load training, which you'll find in the Fitness app. After every workout, you'll actually grade your effort for that workout. The app will also take a bunch of vitals while you sleep and show you how rested you are to help you determine if you need to take a rest or if you should work out really hard that day. Now, tracking exercise is definitely important, but what's also important is tracking how long you're on your screen. In the Settings app, you'll find screen time, which will show you how long you've been on every app, how long you've been on your screen. It shows you a lot of information. Since I spend so much time on YouTube, I might want to make an app limit. App limits actually let you set a certain amount of time you can spend on that app every day. So for me, I could go to YouTube and say I can only use it for 1 hour every day, and that will really cut my time. Similar to app limits, there's downtime. Downtime is a schedule that can turn off certain apps during a certain time. For example, I've set it so I have a downtime during work, so apps like TikTok and Instagram don't work for me. That way I can stay focused during times I need to focus, but then once I get home from work, downtime will actually turn off and I'll have access to all the apps and I can do whatever I want. If you own an Apple Watch, you can use the workout app to track your workouts, but it gets cooler than that. For example, I have the Apple Watch Ultra, so I use the action button to start a traditional strength workout. Then, once my heart rate drops below a certain level, it'll actually remind me to end my workout. What else is cool is I've actually gone into the Shortcuts app and created an automation, which now turns on my lights right when I start a workout. That way, to get started on my workout, all I gotta do is press my action button and my workout starts and my lights turn on. The Journal app might be the best way to remember things, write about your day, and just keep track of life. I've never been big on keeping a journal, but this thing makes it so easy, it's pretty cool, and then you just have memories for the rest of your life. When you make a journal entry, it automatically gives you suggestions of things you did today, like going to Wendy's or starting a workout. I think focus modes are one of the most underrated iOS features. My day is pretty much the same every day. I wake up at 4 a.m. and work out, then I go to work, then I come home and hang out with my wife. I have my phone set up with focus modes that are on a schedule for each activity. I have a schedule set for sleep, so right at 8:55 it turns on and I'll get no more notifications and I'll get the apps that I use right before bed. My sleep focus has an alarm set for 4 a.m. and then it automatically switches to the fitness focus. My fitness focus has a custom homepage which has all my fitness apps. It also goes to a special notes folder that has all my workouts in it because I like to keep track of my workouts. If you and a friend have an Apple Watch, you can actually challenge each other to a fitness competition. You compete for 1 week to see who works out harder that week. It's really cool because competition can be a really good motivator to keep working out. But the issue is, it's based off your fitness rings, and you can customize those for whatever you want. You could set them really low to make it really easy to get 100%, and then it's pretty easy to win a competition. A blood oxygen monitor was added to the Apple Watch Series 6, which can tell you how much oxygen is in your red blood cells. Higher blood oxygen is better, so it's nice to have this information, so then you can know if you need some fresh air, or you need to stop running a little bit, or just take a break. Right now, Apple is actually going through some legal issues with this feature. Because of this, any Apple Watch sold after January 18th of 2024 doesn't have this feature. Hopefully with the new Apple Watches, Apple will bring this feature back because it's actually a really nice feature that I think a lot of people like. Sunburn easy, me too. That's why I actually use this feature a lot. Using the weather app on your Apple Watch, you can actually keep the UV index right on your watch face, so you can always see what the UV index is just by raising your wrist. For some people, you might want to see a higher UV, but for me, I hope that thing stays low. Have you ever been washing your hands and your watch starts buzzing? Apple actually has a hand washing timer, so it can detect if you're washing your hands and start a timer to scrub. It's cool because you'll start washing your hands and the timer will automatically start going, and then you just keep scrubbing until you feel a buzz. If you actually wear your Apple Watch to sleep, your watch will track your vitals through the night. Things like your sleep cycles, your heart rate, your wrist temperature. This is cool, but I've never really known what to do with all this sleep information. In iOS 18, they're coming out with a load training feature, which I think is going to have a lot to do with sleep tracking. It's going to take a bunch of measurements through the night while you sleep, and then it's going to help you determine if you're well recovered or not. Last thing is the health app, and it's actually kind of scary how much this thing tracks. From steps to heart rate, it can even show you your anxiety risk if you take the anxiety risk questionnaire. I hope you found some of these 15 interesting. Let me know what you think in the comments.